Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I have been away and busy the last couple of months. Haven't been really focused on updating the YouTube channel, but I've had a little bit of time recently and I decided I wanted to show off some of the things that I've been working on. You can call this a sort of a showcase episode. So what you see in front of you are two different armies, and this is for Age of Sigmar Spearhead. Now, when the Skaven box set came out, people were selling off bits from those box set as it happens, right? And I saw people selling off the Spearhead contents for the box from Skaven box, and it was surprisingly cheap. And so, as someone who's often looking for a bargain, I ended up grabbing the Spearhead content, and in addition to that, I also grabbed the Skaven models from the Skaven box set, and they were very roughly painted. Anyway, and I think I will show them off in a different episode, but I still need to spend a bit of time on them, as I do want to repaint them and touch them up a little bit before I show them off in the video. But these two armies in front of you are pretty much done, and really happy how they turned out. Now, I think you will look at these and say, well, hold on a minute, these aren't actually Age of Sigmar models. What's going on here? And you would actually be right. In fact, of all the models you see in front of you, there's only one Age of Sigmar model. The model is actually made for current Age of Sigmar. Okay, so what is Age of Sigmar Spearhead? So it is a small kind of a skirmish rule set that was released during the Skaventide release, I think 4th edition of Age of Sigmar. And I think the original purpose of it was for people to sort of get into larger Age of Sigmar, as Combat Patrol was for 40k. However, they accidentally created a really fantastic rule set that, that actually drew me into Age of Sigmar. And but not Age of Sigmar, actually just drew me into Spearhead, because it's such a fun, quick mode, and a quick rule set that's simple to learn, relatively simple to learn, and just plays really quickly. And there's just a lot to love about it. But I think I will go over why I love Spearhead in a different video. What I want to do now is kind of show off these two armies that I have been putting together. And this has been, taking up most of my time in the last 2 months, I think. Okay, so let's start with the army on the right side. Now, if the keen-eyed of you would recognize these as Old World or Warhammer Fantasy High Elves, and you would be correct. These are High Elves, and they are on circle bases. I know, blasphemy, I am sorry. You can send all your angry comments in the comment section about how these are on circle bases. But yeah, so these are going to be my foot troops for my Age of for the Lumineth Realm Lords Spearhead. This is the original, I think it's the first Lumineth Realm Lords Spearhead that I have proxied with these models. And these are Lothran Seaguard, of course, that everybody knows and loves. And I painted them in this sort of blue and red color scheme that I really liked. In the back, we have actually High Elf Reavers, and here we go. And a similar paint color scheme. Now you will see I did actually put them on oval or round base converters. So I can pop them off, and if I still want to play them in a rank and flag game, if I want to play Old World or Oathmark or anything else that requires square bases, they're good to go. Really happy with how they turned out, and unfortunately I only had 4 of them and I required 5. So in the back here is a silver helm with a few more extra bits and pieces from other models. In fact, he has a head from Oathmark, and I'm not even sure, I think this this arm is from something else. I'm not actually 100% sure. Anyways, this is my musician. I really like how they came out. You know, he snuck in there between all the other reavers here, but from a distance, it totally fits. I just had the right color scheme for him. Now, my leader is this. Also, this is from Old World or Warhammer Fantasy. This is the High Elf Mage or High Elf Caster. Pretty popular and well-known model, and I put her on this round circle base. I think this is a 40 mil base to comply with Spearhead rules. Okay, then in the back there, this was my biggest problem. I needed a large sort of flying model that had a bow and arrow, and I was looking through my models. I was originally going to use this model, which is an actual Age of Sigmar Lumineth Realm Lord's archer with a bit of a bent arrowhead there, but I couldn't really get his pose to look like he's sort of leaping. However, I did have this, and I believe this is from Warcry. This is a Sylvaneth, I guess a wood elf, with his, you know, he has a sort of centaur, like animal-like legs. And he had this jumping motion, and I 3D printed this obelisk or this ruined pillar, I guess, and I perched him on top of there. And this is my Hurakan, I think, Windrunner or whatever it's called. But anyway, very powerful model, and I want him to have a, you know, sure that he can sort of fly or jump very high, and you know, just to, you know, because that's what how the rules work. He has flying. So that turned out pretty good, I guess. I'm fairly happy with that one. So that was, on my right side, my Lumineth Realm Lord's Spearhead, using mostly Warhammer Fantasy or Old World models. So yeah, let's look at my left side. Now these are a lot more cohesive, you know, from a distance, but also from close range, because these are actually OnePageRules 3D models from the OnePageRules Patreon, printed by my good friend Luke. He actually gave these to me, printed them, gave these to me in exchange for some other 3D prints and so on. And yeah, this is the Seraphons, the foot troops. Really like how they came out. It's so good, nice to paint a lot of blue after like painting, you know, human skin or elf skin. These were really fun to paint. Didn't take that much time. It does have a fair bit of detail, but it was fairly easy to paint in comparison to the high elves. And this is my battle standard bearer. He's got a little bit bigger base. He just did not look right on these 32 mil bases, so he's on a 40, but everything else, all the other foot troops are on 32 mil bases. Then these are actually the last ones that I painted. These are the Croxigores. I really love how these ones look from OnePageRules. They actually look a lot more like crocs, like crocodiles, than the Age of Sigmar models. So yeah, I'm really happy how they came out. They're super nice models. And yeah, as you can see, I use a lot of these long grassy tufts. I had them in my drawer here for quite a while, and I like them. Putting them all together, it looks like they're sort of stepping out of long grass and the jungle, or maybe like a swamp with like long grass. It would have been great to have some reeds or whatever, but unfortunately didn't have. Then the last one is the big centerpiece model, and that's the Carnosaur with a rider. Yeah, so there we go. Big, intimidating Carnosaur, again, long grass tufts here. And yeah, just a super fun model to paint. I did put quite a bit of effort into painting him, going as far as individually highlighting some scales there and so on. But yeah, really happy how this came out. So that brings my two armies to completion here. I'm just ready for Age of Sigmar Spearhead. Now I do have the original Fire and Jade content, or Fire and Jade cards and board for the first Age of Sigmar, and then I also have in the back there, you see a bit of the board sticking out. That is the City of Ash the latest Spearhead box that came out. I just got the board and the cards. Again, I bought that separate. That one came with the new Skaven models and a new, was it City of Sigmar models, and I might still try and get those City of Sigmar models at some point. I do really like City of Sigmar. I heard they're pretty weak competitively, but I don't care. I just really love the way they look. So yeah, so that's my 2 armies. I just wanted to make a quick video showcasing what I've been working on. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have been painting spearheads, let me know which ones you'd like to paint. I'm considering Cities of Sigmar next, but also the Helmsmiths of Hashut look fantastic, and I'm kind of been very close to pulling the trigger on those. Maybe I'll see if I can get those, or maybe do proxy if OnePageRules, or maybe Highlands Managers have cool models. What's they're called, Chaos Dwarf models to use. So in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you again in the next one, whenever that may be. It'll probably be Age of Sigmar or Spearhead focused. Have a nice day and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.